Welcome to the Tanny D TV magazine, everybody. Tanny D is made here in Tampa Bay, Florida, and I am so happy. First of all, I want to give thanks to who's making this possible. I want to thank TBCN for the opportunity and bringing us all together in this amazing space, amazing space. They're giving us the opportunity to be in front of your TV, on your YouTube, online here for you. Now, listen, look what I have. I have an amazing book here. It's called Reawaken. And I definitely, when I met the owner of this book, I wanted to make sure that I was able to bring him to the TV show. His name is Adrian Conway. He is an amazing author, and I'm so happy to have him here with us. Please help me welcome Mr. Adrian Conway in your house.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming and being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
You are an amazing personality down in South Shore, and I know that with this book you're moving communities, moving people step by step, like the song. Step by, okay. But Adrian, we met not too long ago. We were at a network
meeting on
community in
Ruskin.
In Ruskin. Big up to the Firehouse Club, amazing people. We have some other guests here from that same venue, but you told me about your book, and I definitely wanted to make sure that I got my hands on it. You wrote me a nice dedication. That's how amazing you are. But I also wanted to make sure that we were able to talk about this, because it's something that is good not only for me, for you, for the community, and people in need. Tell me a little bit about you. You come all the way from Ohio, right?
I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm one of 4 sons to a wonderful mother and dad who's passed away now. And I joined the Air Force, and I was a Chinese linguist in the Air Force, and did 21 years there, retired back in 2001, was a defense contractor for the last, 20 some odd years.
Wow.
And after my daughter got married in 2016, I decided to move down to Florida. Something different. This book has been on my mind and on my heart for years, and I finally got a chance to do it. So,
wonderful.
It's been great. It's been great. Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much for your more than 20 years of service. I know that you have had a remarkable career. I know that you know a little bit of Chinese.
I do.
And I told you I was going to have you speak some Chinese. So how do you say hi in Chinese?
Ni hao ma.
Okay, ni hao ma. Awesome. So tell me about, did your service in the military, did it make...
I did 21 years total, 13 active, and the last 8 were reserve. I was a flyer. It was a great job. I got to meet a lot of people. I have some great friendships that actually I even acknowledge them in the book, because we all came from similar backgrounds and with the same mindset of trying to help. And to this day, 30 years plus, these guys are fast friends.
So what does Reawaken mean? What does that mean to us? What does that mean?
Well, you see nowadays so many, I'm going to say, lost families, lost children, lost communities. And I got tired of seeing it. So we talk about it amongst ourselves all the time. I said, but somebody has to do something. And I decided to do something. So this is just the beginning.
I know a lot of people talk about, the community, we have, this type of trouble, this type of problem, this is wrong with the community. But a lot of people don't say, well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's bring this option or this opportunity or help this person.
Well, people complain about things, but my thing is, don't complain unless you have a solution to the problem.
I agree.
And this is a solution that I believe works, because as I grew up, our neighborhood, like I said, it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes.
And we really believe that. And I'm a steadfast believer in that as well. So.
Now, with this book, right? I love the way how it's very friendly to the reader. I like the way, and I was able to go over it. I'll be honest with you, even though I'm a lady, I went through the guys, how to be a father.
How to be a father, right. Well, it talks about the prototypical family of father, son, daughter, mother, and how everybody has a part to play.
Yes.
And the biggest thing, most of the time, and I'll say today especially, the father is the one that's out of the home, which leaves mom there to do everything. Mom's trying to work 2 and 3 jobs just to make sure everybody's okay. But in doing so, she loses who she's supposed to be.
Yes.
This is her part. This is her piece of the pie. Everybody has a role to play, but now she's so stretched and spread so thin, they never get a chance to see the real her. She loses the real her. The kids lose the real her. Yeah. And everybody suffers in the process. So if we can just acknowledge that and then act on that, I think things will start to recover more than anything else.
Amazing. And you know what I like, because it's so easy to read, you have a piece for the father, a piece for the mother.
Absolutely.
A piece for the son.
Sons and daughters.
And the daughter.
Right.
I've been here, I've done a few shows with other colleagues on TBCN, and I remember clearly one time that we were talking about a girl. She was in a situation where something happened to her that drastically changed her life, and she was saying, now that she was a woman, she didn't know how to be a mom.
Exactly.
And I'm thinking to myself, it should be natural, right?
But it's not natural. And that's the key right there. I mean, because so many children, their lives are determined by things outside of them.
Yes.
And that's the thing that we have to stop. They have to realize no one should be able to define who you're supposed to be. You see the bad, that doesn't mean you have to replicate that. Yes. Don't emulate that. There are so many good things around you. Find someone that you can look up to and go ask questions. That's the biggest thing to do, is to ask questions. I mean, like I said, because I talk to the fathers, because the fathers have to learn that you have a responsibility whether you're in the home or not. If you decide to leave or you and mom don't get along anymore, you still have a job and a role to play. And that daughter especially, that dad is the first person supposed to tell her how sweet, how special she is. If she doesn't get that from dad, she's going to get that from one of the wolves in the street. The wolves aren't going to do our daughters any good, and we know it. That's why we have so many single parents right now. Is because people don't have that same construct of family, the thought of family. Family is the beginning. Family is always going to be there, good or bad.
Now, let me tell you, we have nowadays, when Father's Day come, you have a lot of friends that would be like, I'm a mom, a dad. I'm a dad or mom. Do you believe in that? Do you think a woman could be a mom, dad, or a dad could be a dad, mom, or how do you feel about that?
You'll hear people say that all the time, but it's impossible for a woman to be a man. There's 2 things, and I put it in the book. There's 2 things your mom can never teach you. 1 is how to piss your name in the snow, and 2, how to be a man, because she's never been a man. Yes. She can teach you how you should treat a woman, but she can't teach you how to be a man. She can explain to you how it feels to have your heart broken by your first girlfriend. So she can't explain that.
If she can't do that, do you believe that there should be somebody in the family?
Somebody in the family. If not in the family, somebody that's close to the family.
Perfect.
Because you have brothers, you have uncles, you have cousins, you have boys and girls clubs. There's somebody there available to teach you the things you need to learn as a young man.
Now, I know that with the knowledge that you have, there has to be a way for us to get to you. We definitely want you in the community more. I know that you've done some book presentations around the city.
Country.
Around the country. Tell us about that real quick.
I've done a few. I've been up to Cleveland. I have Maryland scheduled next. And I'll be in Maryland, as a matter of fact, next month. I have New Orleans in November. So it's it's starting to roll. You know, just trying to get the word out.
How do we get your book? We want your book. Everybody wants to get one
I
of these.
have a new website. It's reawakensite.com,
Okay.
which I think you can pick it up here if
Yeah,
you can see
and
it.
we're going to have it underneath on the bottom of the
Okay,
screen for
okay.
our footage, yes.
Right. And like I say, right now it's in its infancy, but things are starting to pick up. You know, it's gaining momentum.
Awesome.
And just here to help more than anything else. So, and I always invite other people to help me. I don't know everything. This is my perspective, but it's a perspective that I think will allow people to embrace it because it invites you, it tasks you, it challenges you.
So we can find your book on your webpage. Can we find it if we do a Google search or?
Absolutely. You can do at Barnes & Noble. You
Okay.
you can get it at Barnes & Noble. You can do it at Amazon Kindle. I'll have on the website, I'll have a digital version as well. So it'll be like an ebook. And I'm also in the process of doing, what is it?
The voice one?
The voice book, yes.
Ah, yes. That's for
Right.
lazy people like some people.
Some
I
people
know.
like to drive in the car, and if you want to drive in the car and listen to a book, I didn't want to have anybody else do it because I know where the emphasis needs to be on the words in here.
I want to thank you because, you know, it's an honor for me to meet people like you, people who have so much knowledge and that are willing to share this information.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the amount of experience that you have. I know that you have an amazing family and you're working with the community. Every time I
Right.
see you, you're getting, you know, your word out there. This is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really an honor for me to meet people like you. And, you know, something like a book, you know, people in our community, and, you know, young people.
Right. That's the
they
biggest
would
thing. The
love
young
to
people
have-
need to hear it because so many young people are told that doing something right
Yeah.
is wrong. You know, doing something a certain way is caving, is giving in. Right works, family values. I mean, because my family was a great family. I really loved them. I miss them. So
Adrian, it has been a pleasure having you today.
thank you for having me.
I want to have you here for other topics because I know we can have some great conversations and discussions about family and what's right, what's wrong, motivation. You are a great motivation. No, and I want to ask you to say hi and welcome everybody to your webpage. And if you have a few words for them.
A few words for them.
You have a lot of words for them.
I have a lot of
please.
words. I
Come
really
on.
do. I really do. The biggest thing for me is embrace change. If you're going to say I'm sorry, say I'm sorry, not I'm sorry you feel that way. Say I'm sorry what I did made you feel that way. Own your mistakes. If you can own your mistakes, it frees the other person and it frees you, no matter what. You know, once you've said I'm sorry, that burden is gone. The other person, the burden is gone from them as well. Help when you see somebody that needs the help. And help because that's who you are, not because it obligates someone else. Just be a good person. I mean, that's the way I was raised.
Awesome. You're
That was
going
how I
to make
was
me cry
raised.
now.
You know, well, you know, like I say, my parents, they always taught us that way. Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Awesome.
It works.
Guys, I want to thank you so much. Thank you so much, Adrian.
Thank
You're
you, dear.
amazing. Everybody, we will be back. Stay tuned. We're going to have some commercial cut. Stay tuned with Tanny D TV Magazine. Woohoo! Sabroso. Vamos, vamos.
Encima.
Con Tanny D.
Y el negro caliente.
Sabrosura. Con las manos arriba. ¿Qué tú quieres?
Mal como se ha dicho.